Greetings everyone, my name is Brittina from the channel BookLooksByB, and I am a self-taught makeup artist and an avid book lover blending the two things I love the most, which are books and makeup. Today I'm on Epic Reads to show how I created this book look for Imagine Me, the sixth and final book to the Shatter Me series by the amazing Tahereh Mafi. So if you'd like to see how I put this book look all together, then please keep on watching. Starting with a clean bare face, I'm first blocking my brows with a washable glue stick, using an airbrush tool to help dry each layer of glue, repeating these steps until my brows are nice and flat. After, I'm setting them with translucent setting powder, brushing away any excess. With a silver cream paint, I'm using this to block the natural pigment of my brows and also setting that with some setting powder. Next, I'm prepping my skin with some primer, pressing it into my face and down my neck. Using some gray body paint, I'm painting an even coat all around my face, my neck, my ears, chest, and shoulders, avoiding the center of my face for later. After that, I'm going to use some white body paint to fill in and highlight the center of my face. Once that paint layer is dry, I'm taking a mix of black and white airbrush body paint in my airbrush tool, color matching the gray paint, and using it to fill in and smooth out any patchy areas. With white cream paint, I'm going to fill in my eyelids and under my eyes, using this as an eyeshadow base before setting it with some matte white eyeshadow. Next, I'm going to take some dark gray shimmer eyeshadow to contour under my brows and down my nose, as well as smoking out a wing on the outer corner of my eyes. With some light silver shimmer eyeshadow, I'm patting that all over the center of my lids and under my brow bone. With the same dark gray eyeshadow I used earlier, I'm using it to contour under my cheekbones. Using gold cream paint, I'm applying it almost like a thick eyeliner, setting it with some gold metallic powder. I'm also repeating this process under my eyes, and this will serve as a base and outline for where to place my Imagine Me false lashes later. Moving on to my chest, I'm using a white eyeliner pencil to trace out the bird shape hidden inside of Juliet's eye from the cover. If you read the books, you'll know Juliet often mentions a golden-headed bird as well as a bird tattoo, and because of this, I wanted to reference it and hide my bird on my chest in some cloudy-like texture similar to the cover of Imagine Me. To add some extra contrast and to darken up the look, I'm taking some matte black eyeshadow, darkening up my contour and shading around the perimeter of my face, my shoulders, collarbones, and under my neck. I lost some of the cloud texturing after doing this, so I'm just jamming out to whatever music I had playing at the time and retouching those clouds with some white body paint. To mimic some of the gold hues breaking out over the clouds on the cover, I'm using my metallic gold powder, stippling it on randomly across my forehead and under my eyes. With a little bit of white body paint, I'm also marking where I want my small flying birds from the cover to go across my forehead. With a little bit of black eyeshadow, I'm just shading underneath them to make them pop a little bit more and so they're a little bit more visible from far away. And I'm continuing the same process onto one side of my chest. I wanted to add a little bit more depth and texture to the look, so to do that I'm going in with a splatter brush, splattering black paint on the shaded areas on my body, and then splattering some white paint over that just to make things a little bit more gritty and a little more interesting. Again, just retouching any details that got lost in the splattering. Similar to my forehead, I'm using the same gold metallic powder, stippling that onto the head of the bird, on my chest, under my neck, as well as on highlight points like my collarbones and shoulders. Next step is my favorite, and that's glitter. With a little bit of gold cosmetics glitter, I am topping off the gold liner, being very careful not to get any glitter bits into my eyes. Next, I'm applying my handmade paper lashes, placing them just above the golden glitter liner. If you'd like to see how I made these paper lashes, I will be uploading a video on how I did it on my YouTube channel coming soon, so please check it out! Once those paper lashes are secure, I'm also going to apply some false lashes that I covered in gold eyeshadow just below the bottom glitter liner as well. With the same gold foil I used to make my paper lashes, I'm copying the cover and cutting out individual bits, using them to fill in the outer gap between my bottom and top lashes. Using the same gold paint I use on my eyes, I'm just painting individual lashes in between the ones I placed to fill in more space and to make the illusion that there are more lashes. Next, I'm using some green cosmetics glitter, dotting it along the empty gold space under my eyes and on my eyelids just below the paper lashes. With some shimmer green eyeshadow, I'm placing that on the inner corners of my eyes before placing some green iridescent craft rhinestones in the inner and outer corners of my eyes. for some extra pizzazz, I'm also sticking some small gold craft pearls just to connect the whole eye look together. One can never have too much glitter, so I'm just dabbing a little bit of silver cosmetics glitter onto my birds and outlining my hidden bird in glitter as well. Moving on to my lips, I'm using a dark gray lip liner and liquid lipstick, lining and coating my lips first with the lip liner so the liquid lipstick sticks better and lasts longer. I'm highlighting my Cupid's bow with the same metallic gold powder, patting a little bit of it onto the center of my bottom lip before topping it off with that same green shimmer eyeshadow I used earlier to create almost this holographic effect on my lips. Time to take down my hair, and before I style it, I'm using some dry shampoo to add some extra volume and texture before hitting it with some hairspray. Next, I am going to spray some silver temporary hair color all over my hair. With a little bit of silver metallic powder, I'm using a makeup brush to apply it to the roots of my hair to blend my makeup and hair together. Once I'm done, I'm going to set my makeup with some setting spray. While the setting spray is still wet, I'm going to apply some edible gold foil to the side of my neck, on my cheekbones, and onto the side of my hair. I'm also going to use some metallic gold body paint to touch up any spots I want more gold. Next, I'm applying some of the same gold foil to my shoulders, scraping bits of it off to create more texture, adding more of that gold paint to blend everything in. Last step now is to apply some Juliet colored contacts, which I did off camera. And with that, we're done! Woo! Here is our finished look for Imagine Me, the sixth and final book to the Shatter Me series by Tahereh Mafi. I wanted to give a huge thank you to Tahereh Mafi for such an amazing series, and an even bigger thank you to HarperCollins Publishers for commissioning me for this book look, as well as sending me physical copies of the series. It was such an honor to bring this cover and story to life through makeup, and I'm ever so grateful for all the love and support for my artwork. This was such a fun book look to create, and even more fun to read. Thank you everyone for joining me in putting this book look together, and I'll hopefully see you all next time.